Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back on the channel. We got a new Just Thought Lounge visual today. Horrific discovery made in secret second home. The murder of Tim Smith, a secret second home.
Excuse me.
I ain't never heard nothing like that before, have you? She said.
Crazy.
I'm so done with you, man. Hey, make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
It's down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it in with a thumbs up.
Hey, let's get it. Let's check this out. Let's see what's tripping over your cord. Let's go.
On a Saturday morning in Ocala, Florida, a sheriff's deputy performing a welfare check made a horrific discovery. Tim Smith was found brutally murdered in what appeared to be a kinky rendezvous gone wrong.
Kinky
bunch of sex slings and bondage stuff. He's on the floor. All he's got is his shirt on and his shoes. And this is, I don't know if it's a...
Fingerprints and DNA at the scene pointed towards individuals with a criminal past. But not everything in the apartment or in Tim's life was adding up. Questions began to arise about whether Tim had chosen to meet a violent stranger at his apartment that night, or whether there was much more to this story.
Horrible. Screaming, arms flailing, red in the face. I'm gonna get back at him. He's an effing...
Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case takes us through an intricate crime scene, multiple suspects, clandestine hookups, and finally, the truth behind this brutal murder. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look, kid. This one get messy though, too. Isn't Ocala like right outside of Miami?
Just before 11 a.m. on March 25th, 2023, an officer from the Marion County Sheriff's Office in Ocala, Florida, responded to a welfare check at an apartment in Citrus Park. 2 calls had been placed that morning requesting a check on 59-year-old Timothy Smith. A coworker...
Oh, no, I'm way off. No, that's all the way up there. Oh, that's near Dayton Beach. Daytona Beach. Oh, right outside Gainesville. Okay.
And friend of Tim's.
Oh, you said
it was 59.
I'll take it that for you. My bad.
Thanks.
Fair check at an apartment in Citrus Park. 2 calls had been placed that morning requesting a check on 59-year-old Timothy Smith. A coworker and friend of Tim's called police when he failed to arrive for work that day. A second call to police was made by Tim's husband, Herbert, who met with the responding officer at the apartment.
We called in because my other half haven't seen since late Thursday night when we went to bed. He didn't show up for work yesterday. They've called, they've texted. Everybody's called and texted. We don't actually live here. This is his secondary apartment that he uses for his massage studio and other stuff. But his Jeep's been here, the girl's now saying, for almost 2 to 3 days. It hasn't moved, and we can't get a hold of him. We've called, y'all did a wellness check yesterday. They couldn't go in because I don't have a key, so they told me to get a hold of the landlord. He actually has a key. Okay. But they told us not to go in since I'm not legally on the lease or anything.
Okay.
So.
What's his name?
Timothy Floyd Smith.
Herb explained that he had attempted to check in on Tim at the apartment on Friday, the day before, but had no answer at the door. Though both he and his husband made use of the secondary apartment, he did not have his key and was unwilling to force his way in. Having obtained a key to the front door from the unit's landlord, who also arrived on scene, the officer made his way inside. There was a living room area to the left of the front entrance. Down the hallway, there were 2 bedrooms to the right of the bathroom. In one room, a television was powered on, but with no sound playing. Just inside the door of the second bedroom, lying next to the bed, was Tim Smith. He was on his back, wearing only a t-shirt and a pair of shoes. Tim had a dark red ligature mark visible around the front of his neck. He was clearly deceased. After ensuring that there were no further occupants inside the apartment, the officer exited, making a call to cancel the paramedics, who were already on their way.
Yeah. Is he okay? He's in there, he's not okay?
Yeah. Sorry, Lord.
Well, they would have been here last night if I hadn't given out the wrong phone number. I didn't give them Jack's phone number for the landlord because I have it in as Jack and Ocala with an L. So I thought it was Jack for landlord, and it's Jack of AA that we saw at our retreat. And I gave him that number, and he called me this morning and said, Herbie, I'm not Jack's landlord, so why are you calling me? And I'm like, oh my God, I said. So I've been scrolling through it. It took me 45 minutes to find his number, and I had to find it via text.
Herbert did not ask about, nor was he told, the details of his husband's passing.
He didn't look too shocked, did he? But everyone deals with things, take bad news differently. But the only thing that's kind of a little alarming to me is what's the need to explain all this unnecessarily.
Yeah.
That was like, why?
Yeah.
Why do we need to know those details?
Yeah, because what good is it going to do us now? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to, I've been trying not to jump to conclusions.
He did offer explanations for the delay in finding him. The last time he saw Tim was at their main home, roughly 2 miles away, on Thursday night.
The only thing that I will jump to conclusions on, not jump to conclusions, but kind of just, is the fact of how long it took him to basically report that he hasn't seen him or, call for a welfare check. But, that's because if I'm not mistaken, then he said March. This is, I don't know what date it's on, 2023, but it was like 2.
The car, he said
days.
neighbor said the car has been parked there, hasn't moved in 2 or 3 days.
So you haven't seen your husband in that long?
You assumed
so
him.
long?
My thing is, the first thing, if he's not at your home, right?
Yeah.
Y'all both, know about this home.
Mm-hmm.
You would have immediately came over here to that home to see if he's here.
And
then if you see his vehicle out there, you bang on the door. You have a key. You have a key. Because you also use this home when you want to as well. It's not just one key. Y'all both have a key. But you can't find your key, so you need to call the landlord. Why? Because you don't need to give them access to your key.
Yeah, that is kind of like...
That's a big red flag. I can't make any assumptions, but big red flag.
Yeah.
It's a couple red flags here.
Yeah.
Having gone about his regular routine on Friday, it was not until he received a phone call from Tim's coworker telling him that Tim hadn't shown up for work that day that he grew concerned. Herb worked as a handyman.
So he only grew concerned once the coworker called and said, "Hey."
Yeah, Tim.
This is the only thing I want to be like.
Not him coming home.
But this is the only thing I want to be like.
I don't show up at home. What you doing?
Babe. Hold on. I'll answer it. But this is the only thing I'm like, is this a normal thing where y'all go days without seeing each other?
True.
Or, he's here doing things or at work, or he may come home from work and go to this secondary,
Is this like a secondary home where y'all need separation from each other?
Because he said he normally uses this for the massages and stuff like that. So is this just like a little getaway?
When y'all don't, or does he sometimes come stay here when y'all into it?
Yeah, I want to know, do y'all go days without talking and seeing each other?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the norm, then I'm like, okay. But if not, then that's a little strange. It's alarming to me. Oh, and to answer your question, yeah, you gone for a couple hours. If I, what I'm saying?
Couple minutes you gonna call, bro.
Well, I don't want you to sound like I'm just like...
I'm headed to the gas station. You like, all right, I know you don't get gas, so you on,
Well, I
on your way
told you
home.
because I'm like, what's taking him so long?
I had to go to the gas station.
But actually, you was on your way somewhere else.
No, I had to go to the gas station while
But I was like,
like,
it shouldn't take
okay.
him that long. He should be home by now. It's just
Nope.
down the street. That's what I feel like.
No.
And then when I call,
I had literally just left the gas
I'm
station.
like, you
though,
done
when you had
pumping
called.
gas, right?
I had literally just left the gas
I was trying
station.
to make sure you safe because traffic and holiday, you know, it's be a mess out here. So many wrecks and stuff been happening. I was just trying to make sure you was good. That's it.
Hadn't shown up for work that day that he grew concerned. Herb worked as a handyman and drove a white pickup truck, which often pulled a trailer.
When's the last time you saw him?
I went to bed on Thursday night, and I go to bed about 9:30. He finishes doing his medication. I would say about 11, I heard him get up. I assumed he was still home, to be honest with you. I got up my regular time, 4:40. I went straight to the gym like I normally do, the Planet Fitness. I came home. I left with my work trailer to go to work. I got back.
It's Saturday too.
Oh, this is a Saturday.
He said last time he heard from him was
Last
on
time he seen him was
Thursday
Thursday night at 11 p.m. They went to bed. Well, he went to bed. He said he got up about 11 p.m.
He heard him get up.
He
about
heard
11.
Tim get up at 11 p.m.
Yeah,
He got up at 4:40 to go work out
playing fitness.
and then
stuff.
come home and went to work. So when you
said
came
4
home,
p.m.
I'm at 4 a.m.
I about to
My
say,
bad.
yeah.
So when you came back home from when you got up for the when you came back home from the gym, was he at home?
Was he still? Yeah.
Had he been
Or was he there? Hold on, let's get back. Let's just.
I'm sorry, I get confused sometimes, y'all.
No.
I went straight to the gym like I normally do, the Planet Fitness. I came home. I left with my work trailer to go to work. I got back because I picked up all the materials, and before I went to the villages, I figured I'd stop back by the house.
Too many details.
Like I left with my work trailer to go to work.
Too
Like,
many details.
I don't need to
And that's
know
another
that.
thing that's alarming. When people start
That's
giving too much details, that's alarming.
Because I had forgotten to get a change of clothes. So I stopped back by the house real quick. I went in. The bed was unmade. He wasn't in the
You're
house.
saying stop by the house, not here.
No, my house. Because we
Where's
don't
that
live
at?
here.
The apartment at Citrus Park was used by the couple for recreational purposes, Herb said. He described it as a playroom as well as their party place, where he and his husband would host other intimate partners, either together or separately. When one of them made an appointment for a massage.
So I guess they had like a open.
This Tim and this is.
That's her, and that's Tim with the glasses on. Is Tim.
Do sometimes because in this video, in this photo right here, he grew his beard out. He has the same shirt on right here in this photo. Do sometimes he tries to pass as Tim? I wonder.
Oh, I don't know. Well, like, why would you? Like, what are you trying to get to?
No, I'm just asking.
So, but what?
Sometimes people do weird, crazy things for
crazy
motives.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay, come on.
You said he got what?
The same shirt.
I did what I said. I said he got the same shirt on.
Oh, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said he got the same shirt on right here.
Oh, he love that shirt then.
The other would understand that term to be code for a hookup. They often met these new partners online, using applications like Grindr and Adam and Adam. Herb's daughter, Jordan, lived with the couple at their main home. And then
I'm saying I wouldn't know. I'm like,
you wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's why I said I wouldn't know about it. I said I ain't never heard that. Yeah. I was like,
I've heard of it from a video we did.
Adam and Eve. I thought Adam and Eve was.
Well, they got that, but then they got Adam and Adam for.
And they probably got Eve and Eve, or Eve and Yvette.
I'm about to look into. Let me see if they got an Eve and Eve.
What you need to find out for?
I ain't busy.
And Adam.
I'm just trying to see.
Herb's daughter, Jordan, lived with the couple at their main home. In an effort to shield Jordan from their activities, they maintained the second apartment.
Oh,
this is just his
Gotcha.
massage office, our playroom and stuff like that, because that's what this was set up for, so that way we could host parties occasionally, because we have a 20-year-old daughter and he didn't want to do it at home.
The interior of the apartment was remarkably clean. The scent of bleach was noticeable as responders entered. The furnishings inside the unit were sparse. As such, it seemed that every item left sitting out had significance. There were bowls in the kitchen, a bag of chips sitting on the countertop, as though
I'm finna tell you what's alarming. Those bowls look freshly clean, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2. Well, duh.
Well, yeah, babe.
Never mind.
There were bowls in the kitchen, a bag of
Dog.
chips sitting on the countertop, as though ready to host a guest. There appeared to be no sign of a struggle, no furniture out of place, no items knocked over or marks on the walls or the floor. In the bedroom near Tim, there were 2 items of clothing, both leather, which appeared to be unworn. The bed was made, the sheets undisturbed. In the other bedroom was a swing, a toolbox full of recreational items, and
Could somebody just have like cleaned up though? Straightened up?
Could have, especially if you smell
of
the
bleach.
presence of bleach. Somebody probably did try to straighten up a little bit before they left.
in the other bedroom was a swing, a toolbox full of recreational items and others hanging within reach. A massage table sat against the wall. It too was undisturbed. In the washing machine, investigators located a small black bag. Inside was Tim's wallet, the keys to the apartment, those for his Jeep, as well as his cell phone. Tim always carried this bag with him when he came to the apartment, Herb said.
I have a key, but my daughter thinks he took it off the key ring at the beginning of the week because when he goes and plays, he wants the key, so that way he's not over here using it. So I have a key, but I think it's with his stuff here.
Okay.
He said when he's over here, like playing and doing, what they do, he took the key because of what? Because sometimes y'all do this together, so why would he even feel the need to take the key?
And if it's something y'all both know about that y'all
Then
do, why would he need to take the key? Also, you say your daughter believe, but y'all got this to keep that and hide that from your daughter. Why would she even know about the second stuff?
Is it that they hide it or they just don't want to do it around her, just out of respect? I don't know.
True.
Over here using it. So I have a key, but I think it's with his stuff here.
Okay.
Because when he goes and plays during the week, he takes the key
Gotcha.
because he doesn't want me interrupting. And his thing to me tells me I'm doing a massage. So I know what it means. I let it go. And
You've already heard the news, right?
he told me he's deceased. That's what they told me.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Yes, he is deceased. Just making sure that had been relayed to you.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a little bit of work. So I'm just going to have to come talk with you, just get some background, stuff like that, and we'll just go from there.
I'll give you any information I can.
After Tim had been removed from the unit, the lead detective assigned to the scene, Detective Pinder, took Herb on a walkthrough to point out anything that struck him as odd. He stated that the chemical scent in the apartment was not typical. Tim hated the smell of bleach and would never have used it, he said. Herb noted that there were towels missing in a dresser drawer in the bedroom. 2 additional towels were missing from the bathroom, one from the towel bar and another that was kept in the cabinet.
Okay.
And also Herb could just be handle things differently.
Yeah,
not trying to put any suspicion on it.
I'm just gathering information.
Pointing to the leather garments sitting out, he said that Tim would never have left them in these locations, even the item on the shelf in the closet. He always hung his leather. Herb did not recognize the black and green sneakers in the closet and did not believe these were Tim's. He also suggested that a bottle of lubricant that was sitting in the room where Tim had been found was not kept there, nor would it ever have been used in that room. That oil was meant for use with the massage table, and so was kept next to it. The bottle was processed for fingerprints and DNA, as were multiple other items and areas of interest in the home. It appeared on the surface that investigators would be looking to track down whoever Tim had intended to hook up with at his party place on that Thursday night.
So they live over off Buffington. They rent this place as a massage party playroom. And then his husband over here. Because they don't want their daughter seeing their activities. A bunch of sex swings and bondage stuff.
Where's his phone?
Tim Smith and Herbert Swilley had a large circle of close friends with whom they were quite open about their activities. Some knew about their recreational apartment, but almost everyone knew that they shared their bed with other partners as a couple.
She looks good. She looks fine. She looks good, looks fine. Baby's gonna blow your mind.
Herb and Tim had been together for 15 years and had been married for 8. Before
Herb look older than Tim too, don't he? I mean, Tim looks older than Herb, don't he? I'm gonna use this Tim. I don't know, Tim. Tim be going bald, got hair. This look gray.
I don't know. Cause who?
That's Tim.
Oh.
That's the reason why in the beginning I was like, this Tim. Because I seen it in the beginning. But then you got the bald head Tim with the beard, with the whole goatee thing. I'm like, Tim be switching up his looks.
Herb and Tim had been together for 15 years and had been married for 8. Before their relationship blossomed, Herb had been married to Jordan's mother, a woman named Angela. Their daughter was only 8 years old when Herb left the marriage to be with Tim. After the men married, Jordan chose to live with them. Tim was like a second father to her. For many years, the couple had been heavy drinkers. Just over 3 years prior to his death, Tim had joined Alcoholics Anonymous and began living a sober life. Herb followed shortly after. Tim was executive director at Brookdale Senior Living Center. His role afforded the couple a comfortable lifestyle. Though Herb ran a less prosperous business as a handyman, Tim's salary compensated for the shortfall, allowing them some indulgences. They owned Can-Am Spiders, an RV, and maintained the 2 homes. Tim had wholeheartedly embraced AA. He attended up to 5 meetings a week and acted as a sponsor. He was said to thrive on self-improvement.
If I just had more time, I could, I would, I should. What is it that's holding you back? It's the same thing that's holding me back. The only thing that holds me back is Tim. So what's holding you back? You are.
Tim also dedicated much of his free time to charitable endeavors, including Alzheimer's research, and sat on a number of nonprofit boards in and around Ocala. Tim had lost his mother, Romea, only a few months before he was found dead. For his sister, with whom he was close, it was a devastating blow while the family was already grieving.
And then for him to, something that happened to him, it's just been devastating. My buddy and I was his sister, that's what we call one another. So I miss my buddy, but I'll see him again one day.
Autopsy results revealed what investigators had anticipated. The ligature mark on Tim's neck was the result of death by strangulation. What they did not anticipate was the brutality of the murder. Whoever had committed this vicious attack had done so violently enough to break his neck in the process. He had also sustained trauma to his face and other parts of his body. There was another surprise in the results returned from the examination. Toxicology showed that Tim had been heavily drugged. His blood showed the presence of diphenhydramine, widely known by the brand name Benadryl, at a rate of over 30 times higher than a regular dose. The drug causes drowsiness and dizziness, amongst other side effects. Tim had been incapacitated at the time he was killed. It was likely, in fact, that he was not conscious, at least when the attack began. Processing of the scene also returned curious results. A latent fingerprint was pulled from the bottle of gun oil, located ostensibly out of place in the room where Tim was found. The print was a match to a man named James True. James had a criminal history which included drug offenses, burglary, as well as arrests for assault and battery. Investigators tracked him down and gave him a call in Fort Lauderdale, where he had made a fresh start with his wife and children.
I see that you don't live locally here, but I guess your dad lives here in Ocala, is that right?
Yeah, what's the homicide? Who got murdered?
So you can look it up on Facebook to see if you know this man, but we put a post on our sheriff's office website here, and there's a man that passed away by the name of Timothy Smith. Yeah, does that name ring any bells with you at all, sir? Tim Smith?
Particularly.
Okay. Tim's an older man. He's I believe he's in his 50s.
Oh, I don't know why I would know him.
I'm not sure, but I would like to set up an interview with you. Now, you don't live here in Ocala, is that right?
Nope, but I definitely don't have anything to hide, so anything I can do to help, I'll do.
James spoke with investigators on a few occasions.
So it's over a 4-hour distance between Ocala and Fort Lauderdale. A good enough distance where James, right?
Yeah.
James can live a double life.
Mm-hmm.
If need be. Hey, I'm going to spend time with my dad. Not really going to spend time with your dad. Go live a double life.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be somebody? Never mind.
I'll do.
James spoke with investigators on a few occasions. He also consented to a full search of his cell phone. This data showed him sending and receiving messages near his home 4 to 5 hours away from Ocala on the night that Tim was killed. He took photos from that night, which were also verified. James was eliminated as a suspect.
The only thing with that, I'm like, okay, if they can rule him out, cool. But the fact that you act like you don't know him at all when literally you've been in there before because your fingerprints was found on the bottle, unless this is a bottle that you used with somebody else, possibly, and they brought it there. Maybe you're, I don't know. It just
or James could have touched it at another location.
That's what I'm saying.
Fingerprint. I'm saying the fingerprint. It could have been a new bottle. I'm saying they could have got it from the store. James could have been at this store before.
I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You never know. Now I can't be touching it and everything. If you ain't gonna buy it, don't pick it up. Like what?
Low key though. You think about it,
You
low
call
key.
me, I'm like, what? I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't even know
Low
who this
key.
person is. And then if y'all can't rule me out because I can't even remember where I was at on the night of, my memory. Like what?
Good thing he had. I guess he had photos.
Okay, well, let's see.
There was one other link made to a man with a criminal past inside Tim and Herb's party place. A DNA match from the cap of the same gun oil bottle. The match was made to a man named Lloyd Kelly.
You know a Tim Smith or a Herbert Swilly?
Who?
Tim Smith.
Hold on, let me turn. No. Or who else?
Or a Herb Swilly?
That kind of sounds familiar, but I can't say that I actually know either of them.
Lloyd did not recall ever meeting Tim Smith or Herbert Swilly. The address of the Citrus Park apartment, likewise, did not seem familiar. If he met with men via apps like Grindr, he often rented a room, he said. If his DNA was on a bottle, perhaps it was carried to that apartment from elsewhere. These explanations held more weight when Lloyd detailed where he was at the time that Tim was killed, incarcerated in another state. Just like...
Oh, shit.
What is going on?
Stop touching shit.
What is going on? Seriously.
Stop touching shit. I'm telling you. But that's what I'm saying. It literally...
Because I'm thinking, even if, like, say, for instance, I touch something and maybe you go and touch and you touch it, it's like smeared everywhere.
But
it's like...
No.
Like, I'm just wondering.
Your fingerprint, boom. You grab it right here, boom. That's two different...
Let me see. Grab.
Two different locations, though. My fingerprint up here, yours
I
right here.
put mine on top of yours.
But also, yours is right here, mine is right here. It's two different fingerprints.
But this one bottle with all these different fingerprints, like, what are we
just imagine
talking
when
about?
you go to the store, you pick up something, you put it back. Somebody else might do the same thing, put it back.
And
Somebody else might.
I've never thought about that.
Only reason why I have, because there have been cases where people have been picked up off of DNA, but their DNA from when they work at somewhere, their DNA is in something because they touched it with, and then somebody and they pulled the DNA, found out you work at the facility this where it's made at. I know. I was like, damn, DNA can stay that long? Your fingerprint can stay that long? It has been cases where that has happened.
Yeah, I got you.
But we nonchalant. That's just human nature. We just do it and not thinking about it. Okay. It's crazy.
I need for y'all to.
I'm so. They was ruled out, but I'm glad both dudes had a legit alibi.
So someone be put on them if they didn't have anything to do with it, supposedly.
Luckily, he was incarcerated. His DNA is on the scene.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Like when I worked at Amazon, we touching everything.
Ow.
We touching everything at Amazon.
True.
Naked hands.
Not know who ordering what and for what. I mean, well, you know what they ordered, but
you.
not knowing what they ordering it for.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's been hella shit that's in this part that I done had to give for folks.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I didn't know Amazon carried this. I didn't know, bro, things this long. I said, who putting this up in them? The mold things. I said, I picked that up. I said, damn, this heavy. All kind of edible lube. I'm like, edible lube, bro. What the? Edible. I'm like, hold on, bro. You picking up? I said, bro, I don't want to pick up no.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You at work.
This big, bro. I said, oh, and it's in a bag. I'm like, oh shit, it is heavy.
Let's go, babe.
I said, y'all having a good time, bro. I said, hey, don't tell her who doing all this stuff, bro.
James, he was eliminated as a potential suspect.
Okay, mark his name out.
18 months is the last time I was even around my mom's house. I'd say like a year and 9 months anyways, since I've even been in the neighborhood. March 2023, yeah, I would have been in jail.
While investigators tracked down every lead, Tim's friends were making observations and forming theories of their own. It was the behavior of their mutual friend, Herb, that was prompting the most speculation. Friends noted his odd sense of calm.
Right?
Not even just that. Herb and Tim use
Wait, why
this.
you pushing about that?
Herb and Tim uses this. How much DNA does Herb have in his home? His DNA should be all.
Right,
be
you
all
saying
over.
it ain't picking up? What you trying to say?
His DNA should be all over the place.
Right, it should be. Or maybe they did.
Are y'all that clean of a? Well, I do know, like, some people do be very clean.
Yeah.
Clean individuals.
Yeah.
And not being anything, but a lot of gay people I know, like especially dudes, be hella clean, bro.
Yeah.
Like one of my roommates in college, it was a gay dude. He was trying to be overly clean.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, but other
He
than
probably told you got to start picking up after yourself.
Nah, he was the one that brought. Never mind.
But still, sometimes that just
in the midst of Tim's disappearance and his lack of grief expressed in the days following the tragic discovery. Tim's friend Kevin had been close to both him and Herb for several years.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
I asked for an update.
Yeah.
And he was calm, cool, and collected. He said that, they did the wellness check yesterday. We were trying to get him to get the wellness check. Okay, we're trying to encourage him to do that.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, listen, you need...
Trying to encourage him.
He didn't even want to do it.
He didn't need no encouragement.
You shouldn't need no encouragement for your husband. That's been gone since Thursday night. Let you tell it.
This is 12 more hours have passed by. You need to call the police again.
Yeah.
Let them know he's still missing.
Yeah.
And there was no sense of urgency at that point. I'm going back and as I felt that was odd.
Yeah.
Like, why am I worried about this more than you are?
Right.
Kevin said that Herb also seemed to be offering a lot of information, unsolicited. He gave multiple explanations for the loss of his key to the playroom apartment, that Tim had taken it, or perhaps that he had confused it with a different key and so placed it on the wrong keyring. He told friends that he and Tim had a Ring doorbell system at their house, but that it had randomly glitched on the night that Tim went missing.
Well, three big coincidences.
That's another thing I was
if you
thinking
would have
about.
told me that.
That's another
Go
thing
ahead.
I was thinking about. I was like, is there a Ring camera or anything? I said, because you will be able to pick up on that.
But it just so happened to glitch on the... Be for real.
Also, is this my second playroom?
If this is my second place...
aka my playroom, I will have a Ring camera.
Right. Because y'all having different people.
I'm not constantly there.
Exactly.
And it's inside of a gate, so if anybody open my gate, I want to be...
Right? Yeah. Interesting.
And what you said, you constantly having random people come over there, you never know who might come back. Right. Especially if they get word that this is just y'all playroom or just y'all little... Because I'm sure y'all had those conversations. That they were open about it.
Very.
So yeah, you have...
Is all of a sudden your Ring doorbell is missing, it goes disconnected on your own home. I think something happened at that home.
Now, did he ever mention as long as you...
at your own home.
At the home. So you think something happened at the home, and what you think he probably brought him and placed him over here?
And he kept saying something about the trailer. And that's and that could be the reason why the crib is so clean. This spot. This ain't the scene.
Right.
This just the dumping.
My goodness.
But also, hold on. What I told you earlier, when you was like about the key.
Yeah.
The top lock was locked.
It's when they unlocked the door. That's what was.
He unlocked the bottom and top.
So you have the keys.
Somebody has to lock the top with the key. Deadbolt. You cannot lock a deadbolt from the outside. Let you have the key. When the cop, or am I tripping? Didn't the cop unlock the deadbolt when he?
Yeah.
Were we at 18, 19? Let's go back. Let's see this, y'all.
And made use of the secondary apartment. He did not have his key and was unwilling to force his way in. Having obtained a key.
Yeah, he unlocked both. So that's weird. But there is was that slide door locked? It has a little slide door. Was it locked?
You said slide door.
Yeah. Is that a slide door? Yeah. I'm wondering, was it locked? Or is it a way to... Well, no. I mean, I'm saying, was it locked from the inside?
No, good question.
I just wonder. Like,
with the blinds and all that.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Unless y'all just have multiple keys. Did you climb out of a window?
No.
I just have so many questions at this point.
But even if the sliding door, you would have had to lock it back. So somebody from the inside would have to lock it back. Even if somebody went out the window, you would have to lock it back from the inside. I'm pretty sure they would
have checked all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, so
if all of that, and then honestly, if somebody's committing a murder, you're not thinking about all that. You're just thinking about inside and out. Yeah. You wouldn't have locked the top lock. Unless you had
True.
A lot of times, like things like that, the person don't even lock the door.
I was just about to say, would you have even locked the door, period? No. You trying to
get out the scene as soon as possible.
Like, I'm going to turn around and let me lock the top and bottom lock. Just lock up.
Because even with that, I got to still be trying to fidget. And I can risk fingerprints. I can risk a lot of stuff. And me trying to lock the top, risking somebody seeing me.
And if I'm just somebody random, why would I take the keys with me?
His keys weren't even taken.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like, that makes no sense.
His key to the... But you can't find Herb's key.
Went missing.
Well, the three big coincidences is all of a sudden your Ring doorbell is missing. It goes disconnected on your own home. I think something happened at that home.
Now, did he ever mention, as long as you've known him in 3 years, that there's any problems with the Ring doorbell?
Never.
Okay, in the 3 years you've known him...
I've never even had a conversation about... I didn't say, did you have a Ring doorbell?
But
never even asked.
But all of a sudden he volunteers this?
Yes, he volunteers it. It's just oozing out. The other thing is that he misplaced the key. I didn't even ask him for the key, about that. So, and there was one more. Something with the GPS on Tim's phone. Huh? Like Tim, he was trying to set up something like Tim was playing around without him or something, and that Tim didn't want him and Jordan to know where Tim was. Like he's telling me Saturday night it was foul play, and I started asking questions then.
Did he say who told him that?
No, he said the police wouldn't tell me how he died. They just know it's foul play. And he was already coming up with a scenario.
No. Because they just said he was.
They just said he wasn't okay.
And they said he's.
I don't know if they. I don't.
Like, because he could have been a heart attack, stroke. He could have slipped and fell. If the police never say anything, how do you know?
And how do you know foul play was involved?
Could be some bisexual married guy or something, but there was nothing specific. This is the other thing.
From the information volunteered to Kevin by Herb, he had developed a theory of the murder, one that placed Herb at the center of the violent attack and a subsequent cover-up. Kevin told the detective that he believed Herb killed Tim at their main home during some kind of domestic dispute. Then he moved Tim to the other apartment using one of his 2 work trailers, staged the scene to make it appear that Tim had a hookup gone wrong.
Also, the strangulation was so vicious where the neck is broke.
Yeah.
To me, that shows anger, outrage. Because most people, they would have just did it until you fall limp. Not till you snap the neck. Because you would have felt limp. Then you would have had
and then began to cover his tracks.
Well, keep in mind.
I don't know what
Sorry,
happened.
y'all. Keep in mind he did have a lot of Benadryl in his system as well. So keep in mind he wasn't even necessarily, I guess, conscious when the person did it.
True.
And then began to cover his tracks.
I don't know what happened. I suspect something domestic at home.
Okay.
And I think his body was moved to that location. I think it's a cover. I think what I'm trying to say is, look, so this is for me watching TV and stuff like this over the years. It just seems like it's a cover up after the fact. I don't know what happened. But with Candy telling me about the rugs and the coffee table and all that shit missing at the house.
Coffee table.
Rug coffee table.
What?
Because most people like how they wrap them up in a rug movie scenario, but people do be doing that.
And then he didn't want me to come to his house for any reason.
How would Herbert do such a thing? How would he?
Well, he's got two work trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, that we think you need to get access to those.
Okay.
And he's very thorough. He got a head start if he did this. I'm just saying he's been cleaning out shit aggressively.
Another friend of the couple's, Candy Baker, visited Herb and Jordan at their home to offer help and support in the days following the discovery of Tim's body. What she observed on that visit was deeply disturbing. Herb and Jordan were actively throwing away Tim's belongings, including personal items and photos.
Photos? Personal? Oh, this is. Did
Jordan have a hand? At this point, I'm not. Did Jordan know? Because if it did happen here, Jordan would have been at home, right?
But
she
also
stays
Jordan
with him, right?
She's gonna protect her biologically.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not saying like.
But I'm just saying, like, cause like even as a daughter, I'm like, even though that's not my dad.
But some people, what you're saying is, at the end of the day, is right, wrong is wrong.
Right. I'm not about to be like, why are we
dad.
throwing his stuff out? This man not even. Like, what? What are we doing? We throwing photos away, his belongings away? Why are we doing that? That's weird to me. And that's going to raise alarm, regardless of the fact. I'm not, like, I love you and all, but if you did something, you know, I'd be telling y'all, child, don't do nothing around me.
Concerning were the things that went missing before Candy or the sheriff's office had an opportunity to take stock of the potential murder scene in the house. A large area rug that usually covered the floor in the entranceway was missing. So too was a coffee table. Further into the house, a second rug was also missing. The dog had peed on these items, Herb said. He made a trip to dispose of them around 7 a.m. on Friday morning, just hours after
Oh, that's
Tim.
weird. 7 a.m. You getting up, man?
Remember,
Friday.
Remember. Oh, and
Friday.
Then,
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Whatever happened Thursday.
Right.
But also, how did his vehicle get over there?
Right.
To be left there.
Right.
How would he have gotten
How
back?
far do they stay from the playroom, from the playhouse, or whatever you want to call it? I'm gonna call it the secondary house. The secondary.
Unless someone
helped and drove, whatever. Helped and drove. You know what I'm trying to say. Cause 11, and then you did this at 7. So you probably did go to the gym, which would have been Friday morning.
Alibi.
For an alibi.
Because he would have been on camera.
And then you
But
went
how long would you have stayed?
I have so many. Okay, we about to get it.
Was last seen alive. Curiously, Herb omitted mention of this trip from the timeline he offered to detectives after Tim was found. Investigators began to believe that Tim's good friend Kevin was correct about several aspects of the murder, that it likely occurred in the main house, that Tim was then transported to the apartment and the scene staged by his husband. In the days following Tim's disappearance, the house had been cleaned and items thrown away. Herb's truck and trailer, as well as Tim's Jeep, had been thoroughly cleaned as well.
Wow.
And the Ring doorbell camera at the house that Herb claimed to have malfunctioned in the early morning hours of Friday, March 24th, investigators found that the camera was working just fine. Several videos had in fact been deleted via an application on Herb Swilly's cell phone just hours after they were recorded. Fortunately, the doorbell camera at Tim and Herb's home was not the only video surveillance between there and the Citrus Park apartment. There are 2 routes available from the house. Both are roughly 2.5 miles and would take up.
So it's a 6-minute drive.
6 to 7, depending on
Okay.
whichever route
okay.
you
6
go.
to 7 minute drive.
But if I walk this distance, that's not bad of a walk though. Because back in the, at one point I was doing 3-mile walks every morning, and that was just the neighborhood whole thing. 3 miles. It depends on, sometimes be like 40-minute walk. Just depending on the pace.
Right.
Sometimes an hour if I'm just chilling, talking on the phone with my mom.
Right.
Slow walking, it was about an hour.
So with that information, with it being a 6 to 7 minute drive, you could have transported him over there in his car
and walked your tail
and
back
walked
home.
back because the car was, his Jeep was cleaned as well. So you probably could clean that out as well.
We really don't know how long the car been sitting there. He said somebody told him.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's factual.
And no one had to tell you because you already knew. But yeah, we don't know if that's factual or not.
You might just have said that somebody told you that. Wow.
Yeah, but okay, we're gonna get more. I'm just trying.
Approximately 6 minutes to drive. A neighbor's home security camera caught a white pickup truck with a distinctive black trailer matching Herb's vehicle, driving from the main house in the direction of Citrus Park at 1:59 a.m. on March 24th. The truck continued northbound and was captured passing a business called Triple Crown Trailers around the corner from the playroom apartment. As anticipated, the same truck was then tracked taking the same route back to the house, past a gas station camera, and then captured making the final turn into the driveway at the main house, further confirming that the white truck had originated from Tim and Herb's home. To make it appear that Tim had...
Also, he said a black trailer, right? He just keeps always talking about his white trailer. I pulled with my white trailer.
But the friend has already stated that you have
he got two. And then Kevin just said it was a black trailer.
Truck had originated from Tim and Herb's home. To make it appear that Tim had driven himself to the apartment, his Jeep needed to be left outside to be found by law enforcement days later. At 2:43 a.m., that is exactly what was captured on camera. The Jeep passed Triple Crown Trailers, then the gas station, and finally parked in front of the building.
My goodness.
A motion-activated camera positioned on a neighboring unit was triggered by a wandering cat that night, twice. Once at 2:32 a.m. when no Jeep was present, then later at 3:26, showing the Jeep in the parking spot where it would remain for 2 days until Tim was found. Had Tim driven himself to the apartment that night, he had not taken his personal belongings with him. His black bag and its contents seemed to have been...
And what he said about this black bag, Tim don't go nowhere without that black bag. So he needs to put the black bag. But why put it in the washer?
To wash the DNA? Because you played like...
Oh, you don't think he went that deep? Because it still had items in there. And the items in there were dry.
I don't know. His friend said that he is very...
But I'm saying if he had washed it, the inside items would have been...
yeah, I don't know.
Because there were items still in there. The keys, his wallet, his wallet ID and stuff.
I don't know. That's weird, but yeah.
Delivered in advance.
You see,
cell phone tracking from Tim's device showed that it traveled to the apartment alongside Herb's white pickup truck on the first trip at 2 a.m., not with the Jeep 40 minutes later. Predictably, after the Jeep was left outside of the apartment, the cameras on the route back to the house captured only a figure walking the same route back on foot. The identity of that individual could not be distinguished from the footage, though the implication was clear. Herb had staged the scene at the apartment, parked Tim's Jeep out front, and then made the 2-mile walk home. Within minutes of his estimated arrival time on foot, the application for the Ring doorbell camera at the house was accessed. Videos recorded by that front door camera from hours earlier were deleted. On November 3rd, 2023, Herbert Swilley was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Over months of investigation, detectives pored over the couple's bank statements, credit cards, insurance policies, and retirement funds. Their finances revealed an uncomfortable dynamic. Herb appeared to be a big spender, yet dependent upon Tim as the breadwinner. A life insurance policy totaling over $300,000 listed Herb as the beneficiary, in addition to tens of thousands more in retirement savings, which would also be inherited by Herb in the event of Tim's death. In the days and weeks following, Herb was open about his struggles to obtain his money, as well as his vacation plans for the funds once they were received.
He trying to live a bougie lifestyle too?
Man, what?
Herbert Swilley pleaded not guilty and went to trial in September 2025. Prosecutors highlighted the declining state of the couple's marriage in the months before the murder. Herb told friends and his own daughter that he believed the marriage was over. Tim had been approached by a recruiter.
But why was the daughter so... I need to know more about that too, with her being so willing to throw away the items as well. If he had died. Now it's different if they're divorced. But if he had passed, why would you be...
Maybe she probably... I don't know. I ain't making excuses for people. No, I'm not. Let's go.
About a new executive director role, one that came with a salary increase at a new senior care facility. It would, however...
No, sorry. I kind of I still got items of my grandmother. I'm not throwing nothing out.
I told you I still carry my thing on my car keys. My mom's
what
uncle.
What we throwing stuff out for?
That he used to always have on his keychain. So I took it. He died when I was in like a freshman in high school, and I still carry that around. I used to carry. He had a knife. I think I gave that back to my mom. He has a couple items we still kept though.
Tim had been approached by a recruiter about a new executive director role, one that came with a salary increase at a new senior care facility. It would, however, require him to relocate. Prosecutors speculated that Tim was seeking to use this opportunity to leave the marriage, to regain control of his finances, and to make a fresh start. He was in the advanced stages of the recruitment process, with a final interview scheduled at 9 a.m. on the morning he went missing.
He thinks Tim owes him, and he's not going to let Tim leave him like that. So to the defendant, there was only one option. Tim had to die. Because that would solve all his problems. Because Tim had a life insurance policy worth $333,000.
Though there was camera footage of vehicles traveling from the two residences on the night in question, there was none available that definitively captured Herbert Swilley. There was circumstantial evidence that suggested the murder had taken place in the main house, but nothing direct. The defense's argument relied on these apparent gaps in the state's case.
There is no witness that places my client at the apartment where Tim Smith's body was found, either on the night that the state claims that Tim Smith was poisoned, or early the next morning.
Multiple witnesses were keen to detail Herb's angry rants about his husband in the weeks before his death, to tell jurors about threats that Herb had made about Tim leaving him and taking all the money.
And how was the defendant's demeanor when he would talk about Tim or their relationship?
Horrible. Screaming, arms flailing, red in the face. I'm going to get back at him. He's an effing... And I just kept walking away because Tim was a friend of mine, but I still heard what he said.
All right.
One of the things that sticks out in my mind is that he said that early in the relationship, he supported Tim. Tim was a lazy SOB, and he owes me, and I spent all this money, and I bought the house, and I did this, and he owes me.
Talking about Tim owes the defendant.
Yes.
Okay.
Candy told jurors about the horror she felt watching Herb callously dispose of Tim's belongings so soon after his violent death. Family portraits that once hung on the wall had been taken down. Tim's vitamins and other health supplements were in the trash, along with other knickknacks. Tim had chosen a beach theme for the house. Now, his decor was in the garbage.
Why did you go to the house?
To make sure they were all right.
Now,
See if they needed food. Called in the morning. See if they slept. What I could do.
now, when you arrived there, how was the defendant's demeanor?
Like it was a regular day. And I started looking around, and the portraits, family portraits, were off the wall. And I looked around, and all the candles and the seashells and the mermaids and all the knickknacks were gone, and they were in the dumpsters.
Whose knickknacks were these?
They were Tim's.
So everything was getting thrown away.
Everything of Tim's was all going in the dumpster.
Did the defendant say why he was doing that?
It's his house now, and he's finally going to get the house that he always wanted.
It was Jordan Swilley's testimony that proved the most damning. She told jurors that on the night Tim went missing, notifications on their Ring doorbell camera had been going off repeatedly on her phone. She did not view any of the footage. By the next morning, it was gone. She said she heard noises in the night that were difficult to describe. She also told jurors that when she spoke with her father about it the next morning, he instructed her not to repeat what she had heard. You didn't hear anything, was the directive Herb gave his daughter.
What did your dad say to you when you told him that you heard a noise the night before?
To say that I was sleeping and I hadn't heard anything.
Did he also say that's all you need to remember?
Yes.
Okay. So he said you were sleeping, that's all you need to remember.
Yes.
Did your dad ever ask you to lie for him about anything?
Yes.
When did he ask you to lie for him?
When he told me to say that he had been home all night.
Was that Friday morning after?
I believe so, yes.
When Tim was missing? He said you to say that he was home all night?
Yes.
Herb's defense closed by pointing the finger at other suspects. James True, Lloyd Kelly, and even at his own daughter, Jordan, who was the only other adult at the house on the night that Tim was killed.
That the gun oil lubricant bottle was not in the place where it was supposed to be. It was discovered in the room that had a bed in it where Tim Smith's body was. But it was supposed to be in the neighboring room that had the massage table, the toolbox, and the adult wing. But it wasn't there, and Herbert pointed that out. And lo and behold, that item had two different known offenders, either print or DNA on it.
Boy,
James True and Lloyd Kelly. Another interesting thing about Jordan
one locked up
is that Jordan is the second beneficiary of Tim Smith's life insurance policies.
Okay, and his husband was the first.
Right, and he's still living.
The fuck?
Meaning, if the primary beneficiary, which is Herbert, is ruled out because of the Slayer statute, because it says a homicide, and because Herbert is accused of committing that homicide, then who's next in line?
Yeah.
Jordan.
There was no evidence to suggest that Jordan Swilley had anything to do with the murder, aside from the testimony that she offered against her father. Indeed, she had considered Tim Smith a father as well, and was deeply impacted by his loss. Nonetheless, state prosecutors rebutted the assertions made towards all parties who had been accused by the defense team. They did so by recounting the thoroughness of the investigation that had systematically eliminated all other potential suspects, and by applying common sense.
That's all we need.
But if James True didn't do it, then it was Lloyd Kelly that did it. And if it wasn't Lloyd Kelly that did it, then it was Jordan Swilley.
Like, be for real.
All of those things can't be true. And with Jordan Swilley, I'm not sure if the defense is she did the murder for some reason, or she's lying to get the money. Let's first talk about lying to get the money. If she was lying here so she could get the life insurance money, so her dad would get convicted, certainly she could make up a better story than what she said.
Facts.
How about just saying, hey, the Ring doorbell camera went off, I looked at it, and I saw my dad dragging Tim's body through the living room. That would do it, wouldn't it?
I'll make it real concrete if I'm going to say something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
After a week-long trial, Herbert Swilley was convicted of first-degree premeditated murder.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count one of the charge. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment. So say we all do this 19th day of September 2025.
At the age of 57, Herb was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a mandatory sentence imposed by the state of Florida.
Boy, you too old to be going to jail.
So today I was reminded that I am an instrument. I can be an instrument of peace. And today I want to be that instrument of peace.
That's so sad.
Then he had the nerve to say he was taking care of Tim. Now it's his time to be taken care of.
Yeah, Tim, when they first got together, he would take care of Tim, was lazy, da-da-da. He owed him. Like, y'all are married,
But
bro.
hold on. Not even just that, though. Hold on. Boy, if you were really making some money like that, you were taking care of Tim, you would still be making...
Exactly.
You ain't shit but a little handyman. You a lazy ass handyman.
And nothing
No,
wrong
I'm
with that.
no,
But
I'm saying.
being lazy
but he's
and dependent on Tim.
Because you could be a
solely for everything,
handyman and make buku money.
and liking to and
But you're not making no money in that industry just tells me everything about you.
and you like to spend money that's not yours.
Try to live this high-end lifestyle.
You didn't have to take his life. Like, what?
Tim Smith is still beloved by an extended community of friends in Ocala and further abroad. He is survived by his sister Sandy and his daughter Jordan.
That's so sad.
And that was the tragic case of Timothy Smith.
Wow. Rest in peace to Tim.
Fast. He did not deserve that.
And my condolences to his family, especially his sister. Like, y'all just buried y'all mom, and then to lose your brother months later, while you still grieving your mom. That is a lot on someone.
What you said.
Wow.
A lot to have to go through.
Wow. And condolences to Jordan too, because she looked at him as a father as well.
She lost two fathers.
She lost two fathers. Yep.
Hey, man. Y'all spam us up in the comments. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comments down below, man. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is. This it?
Sierra Nicole.
What was your antennas, man?
I'm sorry. I kind of like. I was just thinking. Sorry.
I do go for the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kid and C.
We are.
Ain't no time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for